go ahead and make your way up to the top of your mat. Standing nice and tall here, perhaps with your feet about hip distance apart. Toes pointing forward. This is just one way you can stand and prepare for your practice. You certainly can bring feet together where your big toes are touching, or even a little wider if you'd like, and even turning your feet outward, just as long as you feel connected to the ground. You can feel the texture of your mat underneath you. There's an even distribution of weight from foot to foot. Nice. Yeah, and as you're establishing this connection to the ground, also connect to your breath. So you might take a few slow, deep breaths in and out, breathing in through the nose. You might even exhale through your nose or out through your mouth. Nice. Just to get reacquainted with your own breath, connecting. And of course, you can do this with eyes open, maybe just a soft gaze forward or downward. Even just close your eyes and just move inward for these first few moments. Just taking the time to arrive, to be here. Good. Tuning into breath. So maybe you're now just breathing slowly, gently. Letting go of the things that are going on outside of you as you step into noticing what's happening inside of you. It's also a nice opportunity to perhaps think of an intention. Maybe there's something that you're working on or working through or like to achieve, and perhaps your yoga practice helps you take those steps forward toward that intention. Our practice today, our physical practice today, is going to feature some twisting. Twisting poses with a twisting flow. So you might even think about what twisting means for you, especially in a yoga practice, how twisting postures assist you on and off the mat. Let's go ahead and take 3 more breaths in and out as you now prepare your body to move. When you're ready, inhale and extend your arms overhead. Just treat it like a nice stretch all the way up. And exhale, we'll fold forward, so a good hinge from your hips. Bend your knees as much as you need to. And just make your way down towards your toes. You don't have to touch your toes, maybe just halfway down even. Then inhale, slide your hands up to your shins or knees and extend your spine, creating a long, flat back like a table. And exhale, we'll fold. Just make our way back down. Again, that could be a partial fold or a full fold. And if you are wanting to touch your toes, but it feels like it's a bit of a challenge, just bend your knees a little bit more. If it feels okay, just hang heavily forward. Just let it all release. And just check in with your shoulders. We tend to hold some tension in our shoulders, so you might give them a little circle, forward and backward. We also hold tension in our necks and our jaws. So you might nod yes a few times, gently shake your head no, and even open your mouth wide like you're yawning. Just help release any tightness. Good. One more breath in and out. And from here, just shift your weight back into your heels. Bend your knees. Feel like you're going to sit down into a chair. Look forward. Take your arms out to the side like so. Yes. Then inhale it. Stand up all the way, reaching into the air. Extended mountain pose. And exhale, you can bring your arms down by your side or hands to heart center. Just pause there. Take a breath. Good. Let's just go through that same sequence, just making it flow. Go at your own pace. Inhale. Yes. Sweep your arms out and up. Energy through your fingertips. Exhale, let's fold forward. Soft knees, making your way down. Complete release here if you'd like.
Inhale, sliding hands up the legs, extending your spine. Crown leads you forward. Exhale, fold again. Another complete release. Preparing to stand, shift your weight into your heels, bend your knees, feel like you're going to sit down, look forward, spread your wings, then inhale, coming all the way back up, reversing the swan dive, reach high. Exhale, arms to your side or hands to heart center. Good, yeah. Yeah, feel free to just kind of shake all that out if you'd like. Same thing with the shoulders, a deep breath, a little movement of the head and neck. And just go work down the body into your hips, your knees, your ankles and feet. Yeah. Good. And just eventually just making your way back to stillness and mountain pose. And we'll continue our sun salutation. When you're ready, inhale, let's take the arms out and up. Exhale, leading with your heart, fold forward. Making your way down, go at your own pace, never a rush. Inhale, extending your spine, creating that long, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees, let the back round. Keep going down until you can place your hands on your mat in front of your feet. So you can walk or step both of your feet back into a high push-up position, our plank pose. Holding here for a moment. Take a breath in. As you exhale, bend your knees a little, then send your hips up into the air, moving right away into downward facing dog. That's it. And then just, literally just kind of step into place. You need to adjust your feet on your mat, even your hands on your mat, so you just feel good in your pose. You don't feel like you're going to slip. You feel balanced. Hips are high. Hands are firmly pressing into the ground. You can feel the energy generating in your arms, shoulders, chest, and back. Feel free to hold in stillness or add some movement. You might feel your hips shift side to side. Let the knees bend. Even pedal your feet, pressing one heel down, then the other. A little stretch. Take another breath. And return to stillness in down dog. Let's just go ahead and add our lunge here. When you're ready, inhale, extend your right leg up and back, reaching for the back wall. Exhale, let's step through. So right foot comes up to the top of the mat in your right hand. Turn left heel to the floor behind you, shifting your weight back so there's some good pressure and weight in that back foot. Then extend your torso long out over your thigh. Then hinge from hips, rising up, warrior one, reaching into the air. And exhale, just going to fold, hinge, bring the hands back down. Slide right foot back to plank pose, hold. Let's take another shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees a little, send your hips into the air. Downward facing dog. Again, just settle into the posture, adjusting the feet and hands, ready for the next movement. And when you're ready, inhale, extending left leg up, reaching long, good. Exhale, let's bring left foot now to the top of the mat, in your left hand. Right heel turns to the floor, some pressure in that back foot for balance and stability, long torso here. Then your inhale, hinging from hips, rising up, reaching high. Exhale, folding, hinging like you're closing the lid of a box. Place your hands on your mat, stepping back with left foot, plank pose. Either the shortcut to down dog or Chaturanga Dandasana, finishing the push-up. There you go. Coming down, maybe a back bend here, might be a low cobra or upward facing dog as you inhale. Then exhale onto toes, lifting hips into the sky. Nice, downward facing dog. Take a nice full breath in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet here. Inhale, extending through spine. Exhale, fold. And then we're going to inhale, reverse the swan dive, coming all the way up, reaching into the air. And this exhale, take chair pose. Now, when we take chair pose, we have a huge range to work with. So you can take what I call a high seat, or you can take a low seat, okay, or just somewhere in between. All right, go ahead and bring hands to heart center here. We're going to take a mild twist. So you're going to inhale. As you exhale, draw belly in, just a mild rotation to your right side. When I say mild, that means you don't have to turn or twist too far, too fast. And again, you don't have to be too low in the pose. You might be way up high. If you happen to be low, yes, the left elbow might touch the right knee or thigh. These are maybes, these aren't obligations of the posture. Very nice, you guys. Breathing in. Exhale, unwind, fold, just to have that release of the back after that rotation.
Little weight in the heels, bend your knees. Let's inhale, reverse swan dive, coming back up, reach into the sky, extended mountain. Right away, exhale back into chair pose, high seat or low seat or somewhere in between. Yeah, go ahead and bring hands to heart, perfect. Holding for a moment, find that good balance. Breathing in, longer spine, exhale, draw belly in, and now your mild twist to your left side. And now you can just kind of stay in that mild position, or as you keep breathing, you create more space. So you might sit back and down a little deeper. You might extend the spine a little bit more, which may allow you to rotate a little bit more. And again, those maybes of the right elbow now might come to the outside of the left knee or thigh, or just touches the leg. Just being sure your feet are still grounded, hips are reaching to that back edge of the mat. Okay, breathing in, we're coming out of it. Exhale, unwind, fold, release. Okay, we're going to flow from here. Let's extend the spine on the inhale. I'll call it monkey pose. Exhale, bend your knees, folding, rounding, hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop both feet back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, Chaturanga Dandasana. Or take that shortcut right away to down dog, or just follow through to up dog here, and exhale, downward facing dog. Let's just continue a flow. Inhale, extending right leg up behind you, reaching long. Exhale, right foot to the top of the mat. Landing, left heel turns to the floor. Feel that good connection. Long torso, then rise when you're ready. Inhale, rising up. And then exhale, opening to your warrior two. So opening to your left side of the room. Again, stepping into place if you need to adjust your feet so you're balanced. Maybe a little bit more distance between the feet if you'd like for a wider stance, a deeper lunge. Nice outstretched arms, good energy, both arms there, yeah? Side angle, so we're reaching forward with the right arm to angle the upper half of the body. Then just rotate the arms. So your right hand is reaching for the floor while your left hand's reaching for the ceiling. Now your right hand could touch the floor if you wanted to, or bring in a block if you happen to have one, and use that as your ground or foundation. But you can always stay up high in the pose, yeah. Wonderful. Stay here, but bring your left hand down behind you, perhaps to your low back. Even feel the torso, maybe open up a little bit more towards your left side of the room. Even that left shoulder kind of pulls back a little bit to open up through the chest. Okay, we're going to inhale, re-extend this left hand up into the air. Exhale, turn. Let's bring left hand down to the floor, or if you happen to have a block, place the hand on the block. I'm actually going to go get my block. Just bring in the floor a little bit closer, then rise up on your tiptoes behind you. I call this a runner's lunge. So we'll be here for a moment. Good energy through the torso. Feel as if you're kind of launch forward, like you're at the beginning of a race, right here, you're ready to take off. Extend your right arm out to the right side, and just continue following that arm. Your torso kind of turning towards the right side of the room into a bit of a twist here, so a lunging twist. That's it, very nice. And so we'll just kind of check in, just as you did the chair pose with a twist. It doesn't have to be too strong, it doesn't have to be too far. It might just be kind of this mild rotation. This right arm might even just kind of reach out to the side. It does not have to reach for the ceiling, okay? Let's breathe in. Exhale, return to the floor with both hands. A step back plank pose. Finish the sequence as you'd like. The shortcut to down dog is appropriate. Or come down, Chaturanga Dandasana, nice. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog, or just some variation of your flow there, very nice. Other side, inhale, extending left leg up and back, good extension. Exhale, left foot comes to the top of the mat, landing lightly near left hand. Right heel turns to the floor, good grounding. When you're ready, your inhale, rising up, warrior one. And your exhale, opening to warrior two, or towards your right side of the room, stepping into place, adjusting feet. Good alignment, being sure your left knee and toes are pointing directly forward, just to help open the hips. Then our side angle, reaching forward, angled upper body, rotate the arms, left hand down, right hand reaching up into the air. Holding for a couple breaths, just to experience not only the heart opener and the hip opener. Let's bring right hand down behind you to low back. Opening the chest a bit more, rolling the shoulder back a bit. Yeah.
Good breathing. All right, let's inhale to re-extend, right hand up into the air. Exhale, we'll turn so we can bring right hand down to the floor or bring in that block. Rise up onto your tiptoes behind you, our runner's lunge. Just extending the spine. Left arm extends out to the left side like a propeller on a plane. You're just kind of turning a bit, that mild rotation. Okay, and again, that left arm might just be out at an angle, okay, towards the left side of the room there. The fingertips might reach for the ceiling. Just kind of check in and notice how this feels in your back, in your hips. Modify as you need to. Very nice. Breathe in. Exhale, just return to the earth with both hands. We'll step back, plank pose. Finishing your sequence as you'd like. It could be chaturanga to cobra or up dog. And right away into downward facing. Let's go to the floor. You can kneel down to take a seat or hop forward, cross your legs, take a seat in the center of your mat so you can roll down onto your back. We're going to bridge, and you're welcome to use a block if you want. So you're going to lie down with knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and just settle here for a few moments. Just keep tuning into breath. That's it. When you're ready, just a nice full breath in to fill up your lungs. Exhale, engaging your belly, engage your core, giving you power now to lift hips into the air. That's it. And if you like, you can slide a block underneath you to sit on for a more supported version of the pose. Even use your hands to help lift yourself up if you need that support, holding yourself up. Make sure your feet are nicely plugged into the ground. You can readjust where they are placed, yeah. And then maybe bending your arms at 90 degrees so your fingertips are reaching for the ceiling. That way you can press the backs of your arms and elbows into the ground and just notice if that helps to lift and open the heart a bit more. Hold you in place a little bit longer with more support. And more focus on the breath, knowing that you're just really opening up the whole front side of your body. Excellent. 2 more breaths right here. You've got it. Good. To come out of the pose, start by wiggling your feet forward a little bit, then extend your arms straight up into the air, just making space in your back body, and then carefully and slowly roll your way back down to the ground. Soft landing. Once you're there, inhale, draw both knees to chest. And just some movement here. You might rock left and right a few times. And then eventually start rocking forward and back. And then with enough energy, maybe a little momentum and a breath, and exhale, rock your way up to seated so you can come to boat pose here. This is how I typically begin. I like to start with bent knees, energize the feet. I like to hold on to the legs as a way to help lift and extend spine. We do want that extended spine. We inhale to help that extension, also bringing breath up to the heart or lungs. You can exhale through the mouth if you'd like to engage core. Hold on to the legs or release the legs, freeing up the feet or freeing up the hands here. All right, let's keep it moving. Breathe in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front or even to the side to swing the feet back or step back into plank pose. Take a shortcut to down dog. Just bend your knees, hips into the air. Okay, we're just going to do a nice continuous flow. Let's inhale, extend right leg up. Let's open this up. Bend the knee, bring the heel down towards your backside, lifting the knee a bit for a little twist in the spine, hip opener. Unwind it now and step through for warrior 1. Right foot to the top of the mat, left heel plants into the ground. Set yourself up. Then inhale, rising when you're ready. Exhale, opening warrior 2. Yep, adjusting feet, side angle, reach out. Rotate arms, right hand down, left hand up. Still in motion, breathe in. We're going for the twist. Exhale, turn. Bring left hand to the floor or block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Extend right arm out to the right side. There's the propeller on the plane. Rotating, opening. We're breathing in. We're exhaling to return, hand to the floor. Slide right foot back. Plank, shortcut, down dog. Hips to sky. When you're ready, inhale, extend left leg up, bend and twist open, heel comes down, knee lifts up a bit, Nice twist. There it is. And then you can unwind it so you can step through. Left foot to the top of the mat, right heel turns to the ground. Find that good connection. Then rise. Inhale, warrior one. Your exhale here, warrior two. Wonderful. Yep, stepping into place. Side angle, here it comes. Rotating the arms, reaching high and low. Breathing in. Here comes the twist. Exhale, right hand to the floor or block. Rise up onto tiptoes behind you. Left arm extends out to the side. And swing it open. There's your twist. Yeah, just like that. Wonderfully done. Breathing in. Our exhale to bring left hand to the floor, plant it, slide left foot back, plank pose. Feel free to take the shortcut again, or chaturanga, finishing that full flow if you desire. Cobra or up dog, or even sphinx, a little spider's pose, and then downward facing dog. Excellent. Breathing in, fill up your lungs. Exhaling, walk, step, or hop. Both feet return to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet there. Inhale, extending through spine. Exhale, fold. Weight shifts into the heels. Bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Coming all the way up, reaching into the sky. Exhale, hands to heart or hands to down by your side. Yeah. And once again, just shake all that out. There you go. Okay, good job. We're going to go back to that twist. Now, that first twist that we did was just kind of an introduction to twisting, you know, keeping it mild a little bit. Let's do something a little different. Grab a block, if you happen to have one. Squeeze and hold onto the block. If you don't have a block, you can always just bring the legs together and just kind of squeeze, okay? All right, but maybe a block, even a pillow works fine for this. A little squeeze just to remind us of centering or hugging the midline towards spine, okay? It will also stabilize the pelvis. So we're going to inhale, reach both arms up into the air. Exhale, take chair pose again, high or low, high seat or low seat. Hands come to heart. Check in, make sure you're still holding onto the block. Feet are still firmly connected to the floor. There's an energy here of your hips, still square and even, reaching back to the back corners of your mat. We're going to keep that alignment. The block's going to help that. Breathe in. Exhale, here's our twist to the right side again. Now, because of the stabilized pelvis, because you're squeezing the block, you might be able to go a little lower, a little deeper, maybe rotate a tiny bit more, but don't have to. Still listen to what your hips are saying, your spine, etc. So you don't over-rotate or just overdo the pose. Yes. Nice extension through the spine, everybody. We're breathing in. We're going to exhale, unwind, fold. Release right there. Weight shift into the heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. I want to grow nice and tall here. Big stretch here at the top. Exhale, return to chair pose, squeezing the block. Hands come to heart center. If you need to adjust your block, please do so you don't lose it. Keep squeezing. Again, you're stabilizing. Because what we want ideally to happen here is when we twist, we want just the upper body to rotate. Check in when you do twist to see if things shift. I'm doing this, I'm exaggerating this. We don't want this to happen, okay? So everything stays aligned. So here we go, breathing in. Exhale, draw belly in, twisting to your left. You can go in increments. Turn a little bit, pause, check in with your body. Like, where am I? How am I? And then maybe if you can, and have the space to do so, you might rotate a little bit more. You might even just sit back and down deeper into the seat. Yes, there it is. That's the alignment right there. Squeezing that block really helps. Breathing in. Let's exhale to unwind it and fold it. Go ahead and reach for the block. Release the block from the legs and just place it on the ground. We're going to flow from here. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, bent knees, hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop both feet back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. All right, once you're here, inhale, extend right leg up into the air, bend and twist. So bend the knee, heel comes down towards backside. The lifting of the knee creates that kind of an automatic rotation in the spine. It opens the hips. From here, we're going to pigeon pose. Okay? So as you unwind,
You're going to bring the right knee down to the floor behind right wrist. You're angling that leg. Setting the left knee onto the ground. Use your left knee and toes here to kind of crawl and shift your weight back. What you're doing is settling into the hips and taking the weight and pressure off the hands, right? Until you get the sensation that you want. If you're higher up, feel free to use your block here just to kind of nest that right hip if you need to. We're going to inhale and extend spine. Feel like you're coming forward. Exhale, crawl forward. And of course, you come down to arms or elbows. You can stay up high like this. If you're low enough, maybe your forehead can come down to the ground. Or maybe you've got a free block to use, a pillow, or maybe stacked fists. I'm just stacking one fist on top of the other, and then I can rest my forehead on it, and just keeps the neck portion of the spine straight. I'm just going to settle here for a moment just to experience the hip opener. Do several things with this pose, and this is kind of the prep part of it, just to get into the hips a little bit. It can also be used as a little breather, a little resting moment if you'd like. Go ahead and take 2 more breaths so we can get set up for the next part. All right, taking your time, certainly no rush. Just rising back up until you're on your hands in front of you. You might be kind of at an angle right here, which is perfectly fine. We're going to kind of turn this more into a back bend. It's a little bit more traditional for pigeon pose. So we need to reposition the hands. First, you're going to bring your hands by your side, and I would suggest propped up onto your fingertips just to make your arms longer. So propped up onto your fingertips, you'll push into the floor with the fingertips so you can lift and extend spine looking forward. It's like upward facing dog, and it is a back bend. If that's too much of a strain on the low back, bring the hands forward a little bit, okay? So that's our pose. So this is king pigeon, one of the versions of king pigeon. You can kind of soften by leaning forward a little bit. Sit off to your right side, just sit, okay? Just notice how your leg is angled. You're not going to change it, just notice where it is. Maybe use your hands and just kind of lean way over to your right side, because you're going to take this left leg, swing it around, all the way around. So you're going to take this foot and step over, okay, that right knee that's bent. You don't change your posture. You're going to be sitting turned a little bit off at an angle. Don't worry about it. But what you may want to do is what I do. I like to lift and kind of resit, so I just feel like my hips are in the right place. And then holding onto your shin with both hands here, just help you extend spine so you're sitting up nice and tall. Okay, and keep that extension. Take this left hand, bring it back behind you just to help you stay propped up. Inhale again for more length. Exhale, twist to your left, so towards the window for some of you. Okay, right there. And then the right hand can either just hold on to the knee, okay, or hug the knee, okay, wrapping the arm around the knee. And then, of course, the other version is that little hook, taking the elbow to the outside of the knee like so. Yeah. So whatever feels right for your spine and hips for this seated twist. All right, 3 more breaths. After the 3rd breath, it's going to unwind. Just face forward. Take both hands, just lean back, just be sure they're on your mat. So you can lean back like this. So you can uncross your legs and just even take a moment to kind of resit so you're just more centered on your mat perhaps. And then just float right into boat pose. Okay, we're going to inhale here. And exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side. So you can hop or step back, plank pose. Complete the sequence as you'd like. That might be chaturanga to up dog or your shortcut to down dog. We'll do the same thing other side. So whenever you're ready, and inhale to extend left leg up into the air, bend and twist. Get the hip opener, a little spinal rotation. And then pigeon. So left knee will come down to the floor behind left wrist. Angle the leg. Set the right knee down. Use right knee and toes. Crawling back. So there's less weight or no weight in the hands in front. Sensation arises in the hips once you feel pretty good. Just an inhale, extending spine. Your exhale is to crawl forward. And this too can be an increment, so take your time with this as far as how quickly you go down or how deeply you go into the pose. And just see if you can just settle for a few breaths. Allow that nice stretch and lengthening to occur in the right leg, the right hip flexor as that right leg extends back behind you, the belt line, low belly. Of course, you've got the left leg bent underneath you. You might even feel sensation in the outer hip and glute of that leg, maybe left inner thigh. There we go. All right, 3 more breaths. Taking your time to rise back up onto your hands, maybe hands in front here, still a bit at an angle. And take this to our King Pigeon Pose, or second version of Pigeon. Hands by your side, maybe propped up on fingertips. That way you can just press straight down so you get that nice straight line of shoulder down to wrist there to help you lift for a moment. A bit more of a stretch in that right hip flexor, more of a back bend. And just soften. You might just lean forward to get out of that back bend feel. Sit off to left side. Don't change anything. All we're doing is just bringing this right leg all the way around, stepping right foot over left knee. Maybe lift and resit if you need to. Holding on to shin, more extension in spine. Just get nice and tall. Right hand, free it up and take it behind you, helping you to stay propped up. Another breath in, extending spine. Exhale, here comes the rotation now. We want to get as much space down along the spine before we start twisting. Left hand might just hold onto the knee. You might hug the knee with that little hook of the elbow outside of the leg there. Certainly don't need to over-rotate if you feel like you're trying to pull yourself into the pose. Okay? You might just want to soften that up. Rather than trying to pull yourself in the pose, soften it up and see if you can just be in the pose. Using the core strength. Okay? Because twisting really involves our core and our abdominal muscles. And so maybe it's just the engagement of core to hold you in place. All right, 3 more breaths. Very nice, you guys. After that 3rd breath, you just start to unwind. You're facing forward, starting to soften things up. Both hands just lean back so you can uncross the legs, a little resit, and boat pose. There we are. We're taking a breath in. And exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side. Hoppers, step back into plank pose. Okay, shortcut or full vinyasa or flow, making your way to downward facing dog eventually. Okay, once here, we're going to inhale, extend right leg straight up and back. Keep it straight. Then exhale, step through. So right foot to the top of the mat. Stay just like this. So another runner's lunge. You're going to gently set left knee onto the floor, like so. Okay, even lengthen the foot behind you, yeah? And then rise up like this, nice and tall. Take both arms up into the air. Reach high for a moment. Okay, bring the palms together and bring hands down to heart. You're going to lean forward just a little bit. Nice angled straight line in the spine, just angled. Inhale here, exhale, twist to your right. Okay, so here you might be able to hook that elbow on the outside of the knee or thigh. Okay? There you go.
So we're facing this direction. So what we're going to do here is tuck the toes behind you. With an exhale, engage core, lifting that back knee. So we're at this lunging twist sensation here. And I suggest look straight down. Maybe look down near your front right foot. Shift your weight forward into this front foot. And then step left foot forward and you'll be in a twisted chair pose. Yes. Breathe in right where you are. Exhale, unwind it, fold it, release it. Extending through spine monkey. Exhale, hands to the floor, walk, step, or hop both feet back, plank pose. Feel free to just take a shortcut to down dog. We'll just repeat the other side. Yeah, good, you guys. Downward facing dog. Okay, so kind of this new lunge and twist. So we have an inhale to extend left leg into the air. Exhale, left foot to the top of the mat, land there, hold there. Runner's lunge, gently set right knee onto the floor. Maybe lengthen the foot behind you for a moment. And basically just rising up like you were doing a high lunge, for example. You just happen to have that knee on the floor, so you're just reaching up for a moment. Nice extension. Bring palms together down to your heart. Lean forward. Tuck toes. I'm sorry, we need to twist first. Let's exhale and twist to the left. Elbow might come to the outside of the knee or thigh. Now we can tuck toes back there. With an exhale, lift that back knee, extending through the leg, extending through the spine as well. Look straight down, maybe down at the left foot. Shifting weight forward towards this front foot so we can release that back foot and step forward, yes, to a twisted chair. We're breathing in. Exhale, we're unwinding, folding. We're going to stand. So inhale, reverse your swan dive. Come to standing, reaching into the sky. And exhale, arms down by your side. Very nice. Good. Shake all that out. Okay? All right. Take a little moment there. Keep shaking and moving. Let me just show you. What we're doing next. Okay? So we're going to come back to, just watch me. I'm going to come back to my chair pose. I'm going to twist to my left. I take a mild rotation. This is fine. You can certainly take, the low twist. I'm going to keep mine mild. So I'm twisting to my left, shifting my weight into left foot. So I'm really plugged into this leg, planted into the ground left foot. So I can pick up the right foot pretty easily. And stepping back. Now we already did the step forward. We're just kind of going in reverse now. Stepping back, so I'm in this twisted lunge. But from here, I'm going to extend the arms. Just extending, and we're going to rise up to what I call Twisted Warrior 2, okay? Like so. And then we're going to unwind this, kind of like a backward cartwheel. Back heel drops to the floor. I'm going to end up in a Warrior 2. And then I'm going to reverse the Warrior. Okay, so that's our flow from there, okay? So let's meet together in Mountain Pose. Nice and tall, feel grounded. Let's go ahead and inhale, take the arms up into the air. Exhale, take your chair pose. You can even bring hands to heart right away. We're going to inhale for more extension of spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Okay, so a high seat or low seat. Okay. Yes. Okay, now start shifting weight into right foot. Yes. There's the grounding, so you can peel or lift that left foot. Just kind of tap it back or step back until you're in that lunge. Yes, you want to find some centering there. Extending your arms, just reach up, reach down, just extending the arms. It doesn't matter if that right hand reaches for the ceiling because it doesn't have to. Now, you're rising up to our Twisted Warrior 2. So we're still facing the right side of the room, but arms are reaching, left hand's forward, right hand's back. Even squeeze your inner thighs towards each other. That might help with the stability of the pose. It might even help you hold this twist. Okay? Drop the right hand, left hand goes up as you unwind into Warrior 2. So plant that left heel into the ground, and then reverse your Warrior, right hand reaching up into the air. That's the flow. Okay? And then a regular windmill down to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Take a shortcut here to down dog. Hips high.
Breathe in. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet to the top of the mat. Stay on your feet. Inhale, extend spine. And fold. We're going right away to the other side. So inhale, reverse swan dive, come to standing, reaching into the air. Exhale, chair pose, hands to heart. Right there. Inhale for an extended spine. Exhale, twist to your left, high or low. Start shifting weight into left foot. Feel that energy in that left leg. Core engaged, so you can hold it and start tapping or stepping the right foot back. So you're in a lunge. Even shifting weight back a little bit so you feel kind of centered here. So you don't feel weighted in that front foot, yes? Then extend arms, reaching high and low. That right arm can be on the inside or outside of the leg. Rise to twisted warrior two. You're still facing left side of the room. Arms reaching out over the legs, yes? Reversed windmill here into warrior two. That right heel plants. And just keep it flowing into reversed warrior, left hand reaching into the sky. And then we'll windmill. Bring the hands down to the floor. Step back, plank pose. Shortcut down dog. Inhale, extend right leg up into the air. Bend and twist. We're returning to pigeon. So bring right knee to the floor behind the wrist, angled leg. Set the left knee down, use left knee and toes, crawl back. Now we're not doing the prep, the lying down, we're not doing that part. We're going to the king pigeon part. So hands by your side, press, lift into the back bend. All right, sit off to right side. Bring left leg around, step over the knee or leg there. Resit if you need to. Long spine. We're rotating to the left. Good job, yes. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then unwind, facing forward. Lean back into the hands. Uncross the legs. Resit. Boat. Here we are inhaling to float up off the ground. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back plank. Another shortcut to down dog. Just reviewing these sequences we did before. Inhale, extend left leg into the air, bend and twist. Pigeon, left knee to the ground behind left wrist. Angled leg, right knee comes down, crawl it back. Find that centering. Reposition hands. Press and lift to your back bend. King pigeon. Feel that hip flexor. Soften it, sit off to left side. Let's bring that right leg around, step over the knee. Resit if you need to. Holding onto the shin, nice extended spine. Right hand behind you to help stay propped up. Then your next exhale, helping to rotate through the torso. Use that core energy. A couple breaths here, several breaths. To experience the rotation, part of our twisting flow. All right. Soften, face forward, hands behind you, lean back, uncross the legs, resit, boat. Here we go, breathing in. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. Shortcut down dog. Let's hold here for a couple breaths. So maybe step into place with feet and hands. Get that nicely extended spine. That's going to help kind of bring your spine back to baseline after all those rotations. And prepare for the next set of rotations. All right, breathing in, ready to go. Exhale, walk, step, or hop both feet. Return to the top of the mat, stay on your feet. Inhale, extend spine. And a fold here. Weight shift into your heels, bend your knees. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come up to standing, reaching into the air. There we go. Exhale, arms to your side or hands to heart. All right, yep. shaking all that out. Good job, you guys. You sweating yet? Okay, we haven't started yet. We haven't started class yet. This is just the warm-up. We're just warm. You're warm. Yeah. Now we're warm. Alrighty. So here comes our sequence. So moving together. We've got all the components. We're just going to put it all together. Starting with our chair pose and a twist. Let's inhale, take the arms into the sky. Exhale, take chair pose, taking your seat, bring hands to heart center. Inhale here, lengthen spine. Exhale, twist to your right. Settling into the rotation. Start shifting weight into right foot. Make sure core is engaged. Start tapping or stepping the left foot back. Shifting weight back into those toes back there so you feel balanced in the rotation and lunge. Extending your arms. Rise to twisted warrior two, so still facing the right side of the room here. Unwind it into warrior two, right away to reverse the warrior. So right hand up into the air. Okay. Now we're going to windmill, bring the hands to the floor. You're going to step back into down dog. So your right foot's going to sweep back and up into the air, bend and twist. We're going right away to pigeon. Okay, knee to the floor, angled leg. Left leg crawls back. King pigeon version here. Just a quick lift, facing forward like an up dog. Soften, take a seat, right side. Left foot comes around. Step over, adjust, nice and tall. Take your twist. Once you've got that extended spine, you're twisting to the left. Here we go, breathing in. You're going to exhale to unwind to face forward. Lean back. Coming out of the pose. Okay, boat pose from here. Inhale, still moving right away. Exhale, cross legs, hands in front. Hop or step back, plank pose. If you can, come down. Chaturanga, first chaturanga of this sequence. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Still working the right leg, so re-extend right leg up into the air. Right foot to the top of the mat. Stay here, runner's lunge. Set left knee down gently. Lengthen the foot behind you. Rise up, reach up. Here, hands together, heart center. Hinge forward about 45 degrees. Inhale for extension. You've got it. Twist with an exhale to right side. Core engaged. Tuck toes behind you. Lifting the knee to extend the leg. Already shifting weight into this front foot. Okay, so you can step forward into chair pose with a twist. This is where we began. Breathe in. Exhale, unwind to fold. Reverse your swan dive, coming up to standing, right away to the other side, reaching into the sky. Exhale, chair pose, hands to heart. Inhale, lengthen through spine. Exhale, twist to your left. Shifting weight into left foot. Stepping or tapping right foot back. Shifting weight so you're balanced in the lunge. Extending arms floor to ceiling. Good. Rising to your twisted warrior two, facing the left side of the room. There it is, and unwind into warrior two. Plant the right heel. Once you're there, reverse your warrior, left hand reaching into the sky. We're in a windmill to bring the hands down to the floor. Return to down dog, hands down, slider, the left foot back and up into the air, bend and twist, pigeon. Okay, unwinding to bring left knee to the ground. Angled leg, right knee comes down, crawl back. King pigeon pose, the back bend version. Fingertips lifting. There it is. Soften, sit off to left side. Bring right leg around and step over. Right there. Resit if you need to. Nice extended spine. Right hand will come behind you to help prop yourself up. Holding onto this knee. Good. Twist to the right there. Good. You've got it. A lot of movement, a lot of rotations here. Breathing in, we're coming out of it. Exhale to unwind, face forward. Hands behind you, lean back so you can uncross legs so you can get right into your boat pose. Yep, boat. Breathing in. And exhale, cross legs, hands in front or to the side. Hop back, plank pose. Come down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. There you go, you're good. When you're ready, extend left leg up into the sky. Left leg, straight line. Left foot to the top of the mat for the runner's lunge. Once landed up top, gently set right knee onto the floor. Lengthen the foot. Rise up, reach up, both arms, palms together, and down to heart. Hinge forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist to your right. Oh, it's your left, isn't it? Good. Tuck toes, so you're going to pick up that knee, shifting weight into the left foot. Step forward, twisted chair. Yes. And we'll unwind it. Forward fold. Hang here for a couple breaths, releasing that hanging heavily forward like we did at the beginning of our practice. Check in with head, neck, and shoulders. And we'll flow. Just an extended spine. Inhale, monkey. Exhale, bent knees, hands to the floor. Hopper, step back, plank pose. Come down if you'd like. Chaturanga is the last one. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Yeah. And exhale, downward facing dog. I'm going to gently bring knees down to the floor. Okay. You're going to be on hands and knees for a second here, and just kind of shift your body over to the right edge of your mat, and then sit back as you're able into hero. We're not going to be here too long. Okay, just sitting back into hero, but we're going to slide the hips off to left side, and if you can, just sit right there on the floor. But if you need to, at least I need to, you might want to take a folded blanket or a block, and that's what you sit on. Okay, my hips don't really do that, so I need a prop right there. Both hands are on the left side, left hand's on the floor. This right hand's just kind of braced against the left thigh. We're inhaling, getting tall. Exhale, just another twist. Just a different sensation in a twist here. Couple more breaths. It's a twist, but it kind of gets into the hips because of the placement of the hips, kind of displaced as they are. Now to get out of the pose, what we'll do here is actually, since we're facing the left, kind of crawl off to the left. That'll get you out of the sensation. So crawl off to the left side there, and then lift up and crawl back up to the top of the mat so you're back onto hands and knees in front, like so. Okay? And then we can just shift over to left side, left edge of the mat. Same thing. We're sitting back into hero briefly, then off to right side, either all the way down to the floor or a little prop if you need it. Same thing, right hand to help you stay supported, left hand's just braced against this left thigh. Be sure to inhale to get nice and tall, lengthen through the spine, your exhale to twist. It's a spinal rotation, but of course gets into the hips a little bit. Good. One more breath in and out. And the same way we'll get out of the pose. So we're facing the right side of the room. Just crawl towards the right wall over there. It gets you out of that pose. And then kind of lift and crawl up to the top of the mat. And then you just kind of recenter yourself here. And even take cat and cow. Just an inhale to lift head and heart, arching the back a little bit. And a nice spinal rounding there in cat. Cow pose is the back bend. The exhale, rounded spine is cat. Nice undulation through the spine. Good. Two more like that. Whenever you're done, you might just pause in a neutral position, and maybe gently sit back towards hero, sit off to either side. So you can swing the legs around to the front, sit in the center of your mat, and go ahead and roll down onto your back once again. And once you're down on your back, go ahead and hug your knees into chest. And even some movements there that come naturally for you. A little massage of the spine, and maybe your hips, and maybe just thinking about all that twisting we did in this twisting flow. We typically finish with a twist, so a spinal twist. So go ahead and take both knees over to the left side of the room.
while you extend your right arm to the right side of the room. This is another opportunity to use props if you'd like. Maybe you don't want, or it doesn't feel right for the left leg in this case to touch the ground, because it would feel like you would over-rotate. So you might tuck something underneath that left leg, a block, a pillow. That way you don't feel like you're twisting too hard or harshly on the body. Good. Just start to tune into breath. And maybe it's starting to slow down a little bit or deepen, or you're intentionally now taking those deep breaths. We're almost at Shavasana, so we're just preparing the body to move into that gentle, relaxed state of mind and body. Take one more breath here in this first side of the rotation. When you're ready, you return to center. You might hold center for a moment. Just another hug of the knees into your body if you'd like. Good. And whenever you're ready, taking knees to the other side. That's it. Spinal twist. Same thing. If you need to adjust this pose, giving yourself an assist perhaps to manage the sensation by using any props like a blanket or pillow. And 2 more breaths. Taking your time, whenever you're ready to move, return to center. You're welcome to move into Shavasana, just extending your legs out in front, arms can relax down by your side. So you can lie here on your back. If it feels better today to maybe lie on your side or even come to a seated position, please feel free. Do what you need to do or want to do for these last few moments of meditation. Return to the awareness of your breath. Just simply notice your breathing. Now take 5 slow, deep breaths. Allowing the breath to move freely and fully throughout your entire body. Perhaps you're feeling the breath move into spaces that have been opened from your twisting practice. Begin to feel movement gently return to your body as well. And after your fifth breath, moving in slow motion, carefully, slowly roll onto either side of your body. Taking your time here, just moving into a nurturing pose, or you can simply stay on your back, that's fine too. Pause for a moment here, and then continue moving, slowly rising now to a seated position. Just sitting up nice and tall, nice lengthened spine. Take one more movement together. Let's inhale, extend the arms out and up, reaching into the air. And exhale, bring your palms together and down to your heart. Taking one more breath in and out. And as we come to the close of our practice together, we bow, saying, Namaste. Namaste.